What's up, it's your girl Berta. Welcome back to my channel, guys. I want you to listen to the confession of Khanice Jackson killer. That is Robert Fowler, otherwise known as Bacchus. Evil man. Let's get started.
Mr. Robert Fowler, 50 years old, mechanic.
Guys, this is Robert Fowler, the evil murderer that murdered this innocent, beautiful lady.
Was charged with the murder of Khanice Jackson, accounts clerk of a St. Catherine address and formerly employed to Polyfoods Limited located in Crossroads. The circumstances which led to the arrest and charge of Robert Fowler is that on Wednesday the 24th of March 2021, Miss Khanice Jackson, aged 20 years old, left her residence in Portmore, St. Catherine at 7 a.m. for work. She did not turn up for work, and efforts to contact her were unsuccessful. A report was made to the police, that's the Caymanas police, at 8 p.m. that same day. As a result of the report, investigation into a missing person commenced and the appropriate protocol were established. On Friday, the 26th of March 2021, the body of a female was discovered at the Whole Fishing Village in Portmore, St. Catherine, that is in the vicinity of the Dyke Road. The body was later identified as Khanice Jackson, who was reported missing. Investigation led the police to Crossroads, where Mr. Fowler was taken into custody. After further investigation and interview, the police was able to recover a number of physical items, including a handbag suspected to be that of Miss Jackson, as well as a banking card and other physical evidence. The accused also gave a caution statement that was recorded in the presence of his attorney. It is to be noted that based on investigation, the victim was killed between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. in the morning that she left for work. After the postmortem result, it will be determined if additional charges will be preferred against the accused. I want to point out at this time that during the investigation, the accused actually took the officers to a number of locations, including a location somewhere in Portmore, where he indicated that he tried to dispose of the body of the victim, but for some reason, he actually removed it from that location and took the body to the location where she was discovered. He also took the police to an address in Crossroads where he claimed that certain items of clothing were disposed of. When the police went and searched, it was not discovered, as we believe that it could have been taken by the garbage collectors. Investigation continues. I also want to point out that a piece of garment, a shamai to be specific, was also discovered, which is very critical to the investigation. He will appear before the court on the 9th of April 2021, where he will answer to the charge.
DCP, can you clarify, when you visited his home, were there items that were identified there as well?
Her handbag, a bank card, and other physical evidence, which I don't want to get into, were actually identified at her home. And I also want to point out that when the initial report was made, we were told that the person that she might have had contact with was Robert Fowler, who used to take her periodically to work whenever he drives a motor car. In addition, I want to clarify, based on our investigation, that there was no intimate relationship between the two parties. Our understanding that it was just a pure platonic relationship that existed. On the morning of her death, our investigation also revealed that Mr. Fowler had actually lured her to his home under the guise that he had forgotten to take a piece of equipment that was relevant to his trade as a mechanic. And that's how she ended up being at his home in Portmore.
So in the caution statement, was there evidence of motive established?
Well, based on what we were told, that there was an argument, a dispute, and he got upset and she was strangled. That's the way he actually strangled her. He used a piece of rope. And just to say that, without giving away too much, that a similar piece of rope was actually found at his house. And he admitted that, yes, the victim was strangled, albeit he may have given a different account as to where the incident happened. But we believe, based on our investigation, that it happened at his home. And the body remained there until he returned from work. He disposed of the body in a Nissan Caravan that he actually drove.
In relation to the quality of the investigation and the prospect of more charges, when are we likely to hear of whether or not more charges are to come?
As soon as the post-mortem result is received, that will determine, in terms of whether additional charges will be preferred. As I can say without any conclusive evidence, we suspect that she was assaulted, by the accused. Sexually assaulted by the accused. We are also looking at, the whole issue of his phone will be interrogated to see what we can get from that phone to support our investigation. And we believe that we will get critical information and coordinates to assist us.
All right, thank you.
And I must commend the officers. I know that they spent several hours, despite the view that is held. I think the officers responded well to have brought us to the conclusion that we receive, and I will say that we will ensure that an airtight case is presented with a level of dispatch and urgency. This is one case. The outstanding materials will be supplied within short order. We are paying special attention